Everyone, here we go. Let's take a look at some new figures that I've gotten this past week. Some good, some bad. Mostly Transformers and Star Wars is what we're going to have to look at. Just going to kind of go over them. Don't really like doing reviews. Lives are a little more fun to do, so we're going to just kind of go over them one by one. Give you guys a little bit of a look at them. Let me go ahead and fix the camera here. Maybe you guys can see them a little bit better. We'll see if anybody actually joins. So here is our group of suspects here. Like I said, some good, some bad. The one I'm messing with right now is bad. Son of a bitch won't even stand. Oh my gosh, this figure's a mess. I guess we'll go ahead and start with the bad. I don't see anybody rolling in yet, but we'll start with the bad ones. So this figure, okay, so first and foremost, this is the new Boba Fett from Book of Boba Fett. We definitely needed an updated version of this. Yes, we did. Now, getting an updated version, I would have thought we got something a lot better than this, because this is, right now, this is the worst figure I've gotten this year. Obviously, year's only two weeks old. This is actually the worst figure I've gotten in months. He's got all kinds of issues. I was going to do a video on him, but again, I hate doing reviews, so I'm not. But this guy sucks. I already took the little insert on his helmet out. As you can see, we've already removed the insert. So that's gone. Took that out. I get what Hasbro was trying to do with this. I get that they wanted this to fit on better, but putting an insert in it and having it look like this is not the way to do that. So I ripped the insert out. That looks better now. So we got that. The head sculpt itself, I mean, it's not bad. It looks pretty good. It's not a bad head sculpt. I will say it's better. I used to have the old deluxe version. It does look better than that. But that's kind of where the good stuff for this figure ends. One big complaint that everybody has is this arm doesn't like to go in any further than that. You can see he's kind of like doing one of these things, right? It does not go down any further, which is really weird. They just didn't, Hasbro just didn't do a good job on this figure. I mean, overall, I think the look is good. He's got these stupid toe joints that don't do anything. This ankle on mine, along with the toe joint, is so bad he barely stands. We're going to need to get a stand for him. So yeah, he's definitely an L for especially this wave, because this wave's got a figure that I'll show you in a minute. We'll actually bring the other one too. I haven't got the Asajj, but I got the Vader and the Jango. Vader and Jango are great, but this is an L, man. This is not good. This is one of the worst. This is worse than any other figure Hasbro did last year. So this is the worst figure that I've gotten in over a year. That really sucks, considering he actually does look good. It's just all the functionality and all the articulation and all the stupid choices Hasbro made that really kills this one. So to me, if we were going to rate this one, he's like a 4 out of 10. Like, he's bad. Even the helmet shape, I'll kind of show you guys that. Like the shape of the helmet, like it's really wide. And you guys have probably seen the reviews on this. I'm probably saying the same thing every other reviewer on YouTube says, but I mean, they're right. They're not wrong on what's going on with this guy. His jetpack doesn't even fit on that good either. Yeah, that took a lot of force to get his jetpack on. So I'm not happy about this one. I got this one on Amazon. They must have known something was up, because Amazon knocked the price down to like $24. So I ordered them. But yeah, I can't say I'm happy with that one. I do like how he looks, though. He looks good. You know, if he's standing on your shelf like this, he looks good. But you know, you could go watch like Robo. I'm not the biggest Robo fan, but he does do a good job on his reviews. Like, there's a lot more wrong with this than I could ever even go over. Like, the zippers on the boots are on the wrong side, and this and that. Robo, he's very thorough, so he'll explain everything's wrong with this one. But yeah, this is definitely an L, guys. So I would not recommend this. I wouldn't waste. I mean, he's still $25 in Amazon, but I wouldn't waste the money, honestly. You could get one of the, like, I still can't get him to stand. Damn, dude. Like, it sucks because he looks good. It's really unfortunate. All right, so there's our worst one. The rest I think are really cool. All Transformers and Star Wars. We'll go ahead and go with his wave mate, Django. Really, really good. Couple of nitpicks, couple of issues I've got with them, but overall, really good. We finally got the proportions right. That other one, he looked like he had rickets. Like he was all bow-legged. He looked like he just got off a horse. And he did not look good at all. He looked awesome. Really bad. Ken Rivers, what's up? Good. Glad you could join the live stream. Just going over some new figures, guys, that I've gotten. Checking in with you guys. We haven't done a live stream in a while, so just going over some new figures. But this Django is really good. I really like what they did. There is a couple of things that I will go over really quickly, though. What happened to Pete Davidson? I have no idea. He got rid of a bunch of tattoos. I know that. How the hell should I know? We're talking about toys, not Pete Davidson. Who's Pete? Anyway, a couple issues that I've got. See, there goes Boba again. You can tell there's paint on the overlay here. They painted it chrome, or like a chromish. They didn't really do that on this. It's more of like a patina. Let's see if you guys can get a look at. It's like a patina kind of color on the armor. I don't really like that. The guns are also the same color. It's a minor little nitpick. I mean, if you're going to put this guy under some lights, the light kind of bounces off it, which is what you would want with a chrome type figure. Same for the helmet. The helmet looks really good. They did a good job on the helmet. The other, it's not even a nitpick. It's a very big annoyance is on this arm right here. You can see those wires. You don't want to get crazy with this arm because you're going to tear up those wires, and that's going to be a nightmare. You can kind of manipulate the forearm / elbow to get the wires out of the way, but it's not ideal, and it's not something you should have to do. Let's remember, we're paying $28 per figure now. We shouldn't have to customize. We shouldn't have to rip things out of helmets to have them fit well. These should be just about perfect now since we're paying $28. At least that's how I see it. Now, he's close. Like his backpack looks good. Okay, looks good. The helmet looks great. I love the helmet. Comes off easy, as you can see there. Helmet looks really nice. They did a good job. It's not disproportioned at all like the last one. The last one was horribly disproportioned. I mean, it looked terrible. Head sculpt, again, really good. Nailed it. Very nice. It's just those couple little things. The wires coming out of the arm, that can be broken if you get crazy with the articulation. Same thing for this one a little bit, but that one, you see, unlike Boba, we'll bring back in for a second. Look at the difference on the gauntlets. They removed the little port where you could attach the flame effect from the Return of the Jedi Boba Fett. You can actually put that flame effect on Django and have him using his flamethrower. You can't do that with the new Boba Fett. They did that Boba Fett dirty. I mean, they almost need another redo because they did him so dirty. This one's good. I mean, again, if we're going to do ratings, we're going to go out of 10. I think he's like an 8.5. I'm very happy about him, especially considering what he's replacing, which is one of the worst Black Series figures of all time, let's be honest. So really like it. Looks good, articulates well. Now, one thing, if I was at Hasbro and I want to make some more money and sell out a figure really quick, go get Pre Vizsla, give him this body and redo Pre Vizsla because you did him dirty on that old Django body. He sucks. He deserves a much better figure than that. I would get a Pre Vizsla going with this body, and then it would be fantastic because that, I mean, as bad as that Django body is and as bad as that Pre Vizsla is from last year or a couple years ago, you did this, I mean, he'd be solid. Great figure. So Django 8.5, I think he's definitely worth, he's now worth $28. None of these are worth $28, let's be honest, but still pretty solid. While we're talking about that wave, let's see if I can do this without knocking over any figures. This is a redo. You guys all know this, but again, awesome figure. They actually added more paint to the Anakin head there. They made it, gave it a little more. I think they added a little bit. Okay, the dog needs to go. Go on, Hershey. He likes it. They added a little more paint to the Anakin head. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it. Yeah, as you can see there, a little more paint. This one's even better than the last one. The only thing this thing's missing for me is like a wired cape. If they had a wired cape, it'd be phenomenal. But, that would just be insane. But again, this is a slam dunk, layup, easy. I'm glad that they actually reissued them. They've been doing a good job, them being Hasbro, at reissuing a lot of the difficult to find figures. We got Malgus. I got Malgus back here. We got Malik, this guy. There's a lot of figures that don't really need a redo that they have since reintroduced and gotten out there for other collectors to get to. The aftermarket on this guy was insane. This guy was he was over $100. So they needed him. And I'm glad they did. This wave is solid. This wave with Jango and Boba and Vader. I'm not going to get the Asajj. I don't really want the Asajj. I'll go for another one. But a solid wave. Boba's really the misstep for Hasbro in that wave. But, again, it is what it is. Yeah, it's disappointing because I actually was looking forward to that figure, but it is what it is. So there you go. Couple comments here. Holy shit, what happened to me? Okay, I don't know. Pete Davidson. I like Star Wars 2. I'm glad. That is sick. Which one? Which one's sick? The Jango, the Vader? I think they both are. I think they're both really good. Let's go ahead and take a look at some Transformers now. I've gotten several. I do have a couple more coming in the next couple days. We've got Brawl coming, I think tomorrow or Friday, and then Thundercracker next week. So I'm excited to see those. I can't find. Everybody's been posting online that they're finding Brawl, Thundercracker, all of those. I've had no luck finding Amalgamus, Blastoff, Quintus, Brawl, Thundercracker in my area. Nothing. So we went the Amazon route again. So speaking of Quintus, here's Quintus. Really cool figure once again. I think this is really well done. He doesn't come with any accessories, guns, nothing like that. But the colors, this looks really good on the shelf. I've got a whole shelf right there with all the primes on it, including Nova Prime. And man, it's really come together. I think we only need 2 or 3 more and we're done. So this one looks really good too. I like this one. One thing I was surprised about, I actually thought that these little skirt pieces were going to be more of a harder plastic. They're a lot more rubbery. And I actually like that. I like that they get out of the way. They're rubbery. A lot of people have said he's got traffic cone syndrome. I don't agree with that. I don't think he does because they get out of the way. If we need him to move around, I mean, they get out of the way. So I don't really understand the traffic cone syndrome comments. A lot of people are crying about the green translucent plastic as well. I don't really think there's an issue with that. I think it'll be fine. If you're throwing it around or you're putting it in the weather or extreme conditions, you might have a problem. But if you're just leaving it on your shelf like I do, I don't think you're gonna have any problems. So no, I got nothing with this. I also like that he's got the light piping, as you guys can see there. Cool looking mask, cool looking figure. So Quintus, really cool. I like him. He's like a 7 out of 10. I mean, you can't expect a lot out of this guy. He will just kind of stand there. Transformation's a little weird. I'm not going to go through that, but he's essentially a spaceship with some tentacles on the back, which is odd, but still, I think it's a cool one. I think they did a pretty good job on No, he's not Amalgamus. He's Quintus. So that's a good one. Next one is probably the weirdest one I have or have gotten a lot of reviews on this guy this week. This guy, got this guy from Amazon. This is Amalgamus Prime. And yeah, there's just a lot going on with this guy. He is super weird, but I like what they did. Now, if you guys watch That Toy Guy, he's a big Transformer reviewer. He did mention something that's of note on this guy. So this guy, I mean, he's a sort of weaponizer, sort of not. Technically, I don't think he is a weaponizer. Let me show you why he's not a weaponizer. So on most weaponizers, when you take off the parts, you'll have the 5mm peg on whatever part you're removing. You won't have it left behind because you can't plug it into anything. If we have a figure that has a 5mm port on his arm like this, and then we have a piece to weaponize. We can't do it. So that's one thing that was interesting to me that he pointed out, and I'm like, why the hell did they do that? So I don't think he's technically meant to be a weaponizer. That or Hasbro just totally dicked this up, one of the two. But if you get this guy, don't expect to be able to take them all apart and add all his parts onto another Transformer. That's not really going to happen unless you have one that has 5mm pegs sticking out where you can port these in, so it's really not going to work. There's a lot of combinations you can do with this guy. His transformation's weird. He's weird, but honestly, he's built really well. This is solid. It's one thing you'll see in the last two that I show you guys. One I kind of spoiled, but that's all right. The build quality, the type of plastic that's being used has definitely gotten more of a premium level on it when it comes to what Hasbro's doing. We definitely are seeing a lot more. I don't know if it's even QC. I think it's just they're using better materials. I think the materials being used are better. The plastic's better. I did a video a couple years ago on who the hell was it? Jahaxis, where he was almost hollow completely, and then the legs were super thin. You don't really run into that anymore with today's Transformers. So I am happy with that. He does have a couple little issues. His head pops off way too easy, as you can see there. Some of the joints, some of the arms, the removable stuff do come off kind of easy and stuff. But really with this guy, I mean, your imagination is kind of endless on what this guy can do. He can do a lot. So I like that about him. He's a total freak. He's a total, kind of hunchback, Quasimodo kind of thing going on with a scythe. I mean, what kind of a freaking Prime carries around a scythe with a gun on it? But, I mean, it's still cool. So I was really not sure about these two. I was thinking about getting all the Primes, and I was like, I might pass on these, but I'm glad I didn't. I think these are both really actually good figures, and that's what I ultimately care about is, are they good figures? Yeah, they look cool, but are they good? Are they built well? I got to say yes on both of them. So Amalgamus and Quintus, if you're on the fence about them, I would not be. You might be able to wait for a sale. I think Amalgamus, I know he's shipped from Amazon. Quintus, he's been out for a while. He's shipped from Amazon. So pretty easy to get. Retail does suck because retail on a lot of these onliners, these websites is like $44.99 now. He's now worth $44.99. He's still 34, yeah, but not 44. 44 is getting ridiculous. But again, well, what's it worth to you? Where else are you going to get another Amalgamus Prime? I don't think any third party has done it or is going to do it. So, you got to take that into consideration as well. So, all right, onward and upward again. Been a lot of Transformers coming out lately, so we'll go through the last two that I got, and then I'll let you guys go. We haven't seen a figure from this guy since, 1987, when the Target Masters came out, but this is Shirt Shot, a much-needed update on Shirt Shot. I like this one a lot, too. I think this one's really well done. His gun, the robot that turns into his gun, they kind of toned it down a little bit. He folds up a little bit better. So I think they did a good job. And the colors, the colors in Shirt Shot, they pop. They pop like crazy. We now have all the Target Masters, Crosshairs, Shirt Shot, and Point Blank. So we got them on that. So yeah, again, another good one. Another one that's selling out everywhere. Again, plastic quality is really good. Not much paint on this guy. He's mostly just molded plastic. The head sculpt looks really good too. And yeah, overall, pretty damn solid. I think he looks really good. No real complaints. 8 out of 10. Really good. Amalgamus, I'll give a 7, just because you have to kind of train your mind to think about these things. There goes the dog. All right, last one, Blast Off. I got to run here. But Blast Off, 10 out of 10. Beautiful figure. Done really well. Go get him. That's it. I got to go, guys. Family's home. We'll see you next time.